on the troll.
Hello and welcome back to Ntanzi. We're back again. It is that time of the night. And I hope that you missed us. Yes, it is at night, midnight. But we're here. We couldn't just go live like that. We don't do that. We would rather not. So we're here to unpack what went on to that court and obviously create some of the stories in our heads. But is it getting closer or not? Let us hear Emil.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Ntanzi Reality YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us yet again for another live review of the Senzo Meyiwa Trial. Today's proceedings, or yesterday's proceedings rather, were quite interesting.
Very.
And another thing that I'm now beginning to wonder is, what is the end goal? You know, this evidence that is being presented has nothing to do with what happened at the Spaza house. But here we are. We are stretching it. We are, like stretching it. It must stretch this evidence that literally will not even tell us who pulled the trigger. I don't understand. I don't understand. Every day that they show up at that court, money is being made. Money is being spent by the state.
Well, the end goal is to never end it. That's my thinking.
Ne?
Look, how do you end something that doesn't have an ending or even a beginning, for starters?
The aim is not to put this to bed.
It's like we're watching Harry Potter.
And right now, you know what the crazy thing is? Right now, as we are speaking, we are talking about this, most statements could possibly be being written. They are probably being written right now as we speak, that of witnesses that are going to testify in September of this year. That's the funny thing. It's like with every court appearance, there's a build-up. There's a build-up. It's a build-up. And it's only coming from one side. It's a build-up. It's a build-up. Right now, we're talking about horse. Someone might be busy right now typing a statement or writing it.
I can't even pronounce that. Is that what? Horse?
It's horse.
Horse?
Yes.
Like horse?
No, horse.
Horse?
Yes.
Okay, shit. Cell phone. All right. Let's do what we have to do.
Okay, guys. The Senzo Meyiwa trial continued this morning with cell phone data analyst Gideon Hoos. I don't know. I thought it would be Gideon, but it's Gideon Hoos. He submitted his supplementary affidavit. Remember yesterday he was told to go and write a supplementary affidavit. And somehow the judge was calling it amendments. And he's saying it's a supplementary affidavit. I don't know which is which. But yes, we remember from yesterday what the requirement of the state was with the witness, Mr. Hoos, to go and do.
So, what do you think? In my opinion, I agree with Mnis.
That it's supplements.
You cannot amend an affidavit, a statement.
Okay.
Once it's in. What are you amending now? You only can change what you need to change when you are still writing it and you still have that time.
That's when you amend.
Now, amending is, supplementing what is already there.
Yes, what is already there, assisting what's already there.
It only makes sense.
So
I
now
like
when
the
you're
way
saying
he
amendment.
answered the judge, saying that, no, my lord, it's not me. It's the law.
Yes, it's the law. Yes. Hoos read that on 2023, September the 4th, he was contacted by Brigadier Gininda from the cold case unit and directed to assist Colonel Steyn on analysis of the download phones on Voslera 636 10 of 2014. This reminds me of the caller yesterday who said that Colonel Steyn testified sometime around July. And when he was testifying, he was telling us that he has retired. And now this handover or was given to, is it a host? It was given to him in September to assist Colonel Steyn. So he's saying he was assisting Colonel Steyn, who told the court that he had retired.
So let's get this correct. What you are saying is that at the time this man was testifying, he had already retired.
Yes, that's what he told the court.
Yeah. So now the reason for this one to come in is because that one is retired.
Yes. But then when he was instructed, he was told that he's assisting somebody who has retired.
Yes. So what do I think about this?
What?
I think they wanted to add something. And indeed they did. Did it look like a small thing?
No, minor things.
It's a mighty big one.
Minor.
To accommodate
It's not
the
minor.
new story of a cell phone being confiscated in a cell with no OB,
Entry.
no entries there. Right? So I don't think that man was going to be able to keep up.
Or Steyn, ne? Plus, even we were not bashing Steyn. I don't remember us bashing Steyn. In Steyn's testament or testimony, there were elements of truth.
Yes, we did say that. What happened is that there were no like connections with everyone was having a connection. No, that is a new one.
Yes.
I think it was a connection of accused 1 and 3, and then
5 with Kelly.
5 with Kelly and 4, right? It was groups of connections.
Yeah.
But not everyone connecting with everyone.
No. And those were from 2014. So now they need to connect.
They were from 2014,
Ntanzi,
right?
Because Ntanzi was not connected in the 2014 one by Steyn.
Yes.
So now they needed to connect. You see the purpose of this whole thing.
It's an exercise. We're going back, we're correcting, fixing.
Because
There's
the
a fixer.
question, the public had the question, Ntanzi ungena kanjani after the cell phone expert gave their evidence. And then now Ntanzi has to be placed and made to have a connection with the rest of his co-accused. Because Ntanzi was maintaining as well that I'm not used to these people. I don't communicate with these people. But now the communication is
there. And when they got the phone, according to them, 2021.
2021.
Ntanzi is saying that 2018.
Yes. Now they have a connection that they didn't have 2014.
You know, there are a lot of things that are wrong about this case, which makes me question the people who really think that, in my opinion, that this case really is anything to go by. Why? Small details, if you do your research. Like, here is someone who's part of this case and is part of SAPS, just normal SAPS. He grows with this case. Then right in time, the so-called cold case is created. And guess who heads it? The same person. And then right in time, this case falls in that person as a head of that cold case unit. Immediately, or just right about that time when he gets that team in good standing and everything is running. Now there's a fight.
Yeah.
The people you were working with, now there's a fight.
They're like, no.
Now you're not getting along. They disagree with your theory, and you were working together. And then they continue working on this case. You also continue working in this case.
But separate.
They submit. You submit. Later than them. And then yours is picked as a good investigator. I mean, guys, that's some high level, man. That's like just forgetting about everything that we're doing. Good, right? We're still gonna go through this whole circus, but just think about that for now. If you really think, hey, you guys are just, I mean, there are a lot of coincidence here. And then if you look within the case itself, the manner in which these people are arrested, parallel cases and common things are happening in almost two of them, they found themselves in position of ammunition, and then that's it. Then they're captured for that. Guys, come on.
For me, it's missing the cell phone while you're moving them from pillar to post, this cell to that cell.
Yeah, today.
And then, Ntarama, you happen to find a phone a year later after you have arrested this person. And it's the phone that they had before they got arrested.
Do you understand?
Because usually with prisoners and inmates, they've got burner phones and they don't want those phones to be connected to their identity.
No, there's no way. How can you connect it while you're inside?
While you're inside.
Well, how can you connect it?
A phone, it gets in.
Yeah, we know these people, they even take pictures, but
is it your phone that
what is amazing about
when you are free?
About this, what is amazing is that these ones, they have their identity. Like Ntuli's phone, for example. Ntanzi's phone.
The blunder is also there. With Ntuli, even let's say it's him, it's his phone. We're just saying. We're not saying that it is original. We're just saying, making an example. How is it connected to his identity? Because that one...
While he's inside. How did he rig the cell phone and do all this inside?
How did he manage to do a swim swap? How did he... It doesn't make any sense. But we are
and I know some people are just going to say to cover, because I know now how they come. They're going to come and say that they are so predictable. They're going to come and say that, no, he was arrested with and then it was confiscated. No, it was allegedly found in that cell. So that one is not the same. This one we're talking about is the one that he's denying that it was his.
Yes, he's denying the phone. He is.
This master of the Kalagabusha at the time, prison, he goes extra mile. He gets a tip off. God knows who.
He did not even say that he got a tip off. He just said, I walked to the cell and I...
No, he said he got a call.
From who?
You missed that part. He said he got a call.
Okay, I think I missed that.
Yeah, he said he got a call and then he went on to search because he already knew, right?
From the call.
Yes. And guess what? He got a call around the time where Gininda was there. Look at the coincidence.
Was in Mpangeni.
Yeah, the coincidence of
same town where the prison is.
There's a lot of
very coincidental.
You are telling me that, in all honesty, we are undermined to that level of thinking that we should take this thing. We cannot think of it. We are dumb.
There's this I don't know what to call it, a tendency or a what, but in our country, it seems that people in the higher ups have this confirmation, or they've confirmed that South Africans are not so smart. South Africans will take anything that you give them. That's the belief that I'm seeing happening here. It's like we don't think. We just take the information that we are given and we never question it, and we don't we repeat it. In fact, some people are still
we own
there.
it. We own it.
We even own it because they did it when they were rebranding after the 1994 elections. And it's been the same trick pony being done, but it becomes severe with each and every year for some weird reason. It just becomes even worse, where things are put out and we're not supposed to have questions. We're not supposed to challenge. We're not supposed to even ask for proof. How dare you ask for proof? How dare you ask for depth in this situation? You cannot think that far. Who are you? You are a South African. You just eat what we dish.
It is not to say we don't think, we do.
But that's the conception of the higher ups.
We have been made to be silent. There are smart
we
people
have
around.
been conditioned to be silent.
It's not even a condition. It's not a condition. If you deviate, an example is set.
And then
let us take for example.
Afraid.
Let us take for example Tifo.
True.
That someone who was robust in questioning things.
Look at the harshness.
Now, do you want to be like that?
No.
Now that comes with democracy. That's why I don't like it. I prefer someone who's clear. His mandate is clear. That I rule with an iron fist. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. You speak against government, it goes straight. You know what is going to go down. You know? Clear. I prefer that. But this one, that is masquerading as this so-called democracy. Freedom. And then, but you see the elements that you normally see.
It's like thinking majority. If you go left, an example is made out of you to convince that majority not to follow the path that you have.
And then the same majority sings the same tune that they say you are.
Yes.
And then that's it.
Because you are suffering, right? You are being humiliated.
That's it.
They humiliate you even further. They assist with the humiliation.
So if you ask people, these days we have people who are coming and apologizing, saying that, no, we didn't know, we didn't understand. Just talking about the simple thing that is happening here in South Africa. And people can come and say, actually, we did 1, 2, 3 wrong. Mm-hmm. And people are just quiet. Interest rate is exacerbated.
It is.
And the effect of interest rate through that time when the rand was being manipulated is still there. As the interest rate is increasing, it increases on the basis of that also. It has never removed that part. It has never resetted to say that this is where actually we are supposed to be. Let us revise our interest rate.
No.
We are still there. And then people are just penalized on whatever millions. It's okay. It's okay. So when you talk about that, you're not a good person. So that's why
an example has to be made.
I refuse to believe that we don't have thinkers. We have thinkers, abundant of thinkers. We have a pool of thinkers. But it's unfortunate that when you even engage with someone in the streets, they cannot have a conversation without calling you a tribalist. if you deviate from whatever that is being sang, and you start now challenging them on the facts, then they say, no, why when we are tribalist? So we cannot have consensus in anything. That's the if you say to me that there is no consensus in South Africa, then I will agree with you. We have been distorted in a manner that there's a group of drinkers who do not care. There's a group of people who live freely, do not care. There's a group of people who are activists. There's a group of... Everyone is pulling to a certain direction. So, such that even if something is affecting all of you, you cannot speak in one voice without having those differences that made you certain groups creeping in.
True.
That is what I think.
True. So Ho said that on the 6th of September 2023, he received a request and a CD in a bag from Colonel Steyn. It was not opened or tampered with. The request was that the phone was recovered from accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi, during his arrest. Mogani said it was found in his cell and that they did not take it from him during his arrest. But the request said arrest. And then he said, I was asked to check the phone for any communication between Ntanzi and the other accused through SMS, WhatsApp, or social media. Jose said that he copied the files onto his computer under the folder marked Foslora 636 and then amended on the 10th of 2014. So Gauss said that the information was in a PDF form and could not be tampered with or changed in any way. Well,
the information was what?
It was in a PDF form. And
PDF form.
Yes, cannot be tampered. I disagree.
No. You see?
I disagree.
PDF can be edited.
It can be edited.
Oh, there are softwares that allow you to do that. We've been doing that for days.
Yes. Sometimes you can't fill a form with your hand. You fill it in the PDF. You know, there are PDF editors now. You can remove a paragraph. It's gone.
In fact, to take it a step further, you can convert a PDF into Word, and then from Word back to PDF.
PDF again.
That's
with a different. Hey, if you don't have the PDF editor, you can still do that.
Come on, man.
So to say that it cannot be edited, however, now we are in 2024. Maybe in 2003 it could not be edited. Now it's 2024. It can be edited. So Gauss said that the Samsung was not downloaded due to a security pattern. So already this, for me, it's a red flag, Mr. Anonymous. And let me tell you why. They're saying these people confessed freely and voluntarily.
Yes.
We were made to accept that verdict, that Yole, these people freely and voluntarily, even though we do not believe that, but we had to accept it. The law is the law, right? So for freely and voluntarily confessions that were taken, you couldn't get a pattern, you couldn't get a pin.
If what you are trying to say, Emily, is that if I am willing to tell on myself,
yes, and
then you want a cell phone,
yes,
to even convince you further,
yes,
I would freely give you
yes.
that. I don't need you to confiscate it and then and then go pull something without my permission, because you are willing, you are forthcoming.
Yes. So this is where another problem that I'm encountering, that you're saying these people freely and voluntarily made those confessions.
Yet
then
the elements
do
around.
You have to break into their phones.
Do you understand? The elements around the people that voluntarily gave you the information, the element is showing people who didn't do that.
Well, Gao said that there were 2 SIM cards, an MTN and Vodacom, and therefore they had 2 IMEI numbers. He read the numbers of those SIM cards, and one is an MTN number and the second one was a Vodacom number. He said that there were no contacts on the MTN SIM card. The Vodacom SIM card had contacts, and he put those contacts on Microsoft Excel sheet. Gao said that the conversion of data does not involve the manipulation of data.
That is wrong. You see, when you talk about data, then you're talking about me. Also, I that's what I do. He's saying if you're converting data.
Yes.
In fact, converting data is manipulating data.
Data. It is.
You are changing it.
Yes.
Yes. We do it every day.
Well, he further said that the conversion of data does not involve the manipulation of data. He said he only changed the prefix, removing the 0 of the cell phone number at the beginning.
You are editing it. You are manipulating it.
Then
it is manipulation, Chief.
Then he said he took it to the annex analyst chart, the SIM card MTN, and the phone number is 27660901680. And on this phone, there were no physical contacts, but there was a "please call me," then a text message from Standard Bank that was received on 2019, December the 24th at 11:27 for purchases from an account number ending with 7815.
Do you see how selective is this system of, what is it, X-ray?
XRY.
It is very selective. It can find SMSs. But not entirely. Just to give you a glimpse. It does, and then
it's more like we take what we need.
Yeah, just to give you a glimpse that actually it's a proof that we did go through your phone. You have a Standard Bank. You know those prophets that send someone to listen to you while you are venting there about your problem. Yes.
Do you have an onion in your fridge?
You have a Standard Bank. You have 10 rand in a Standard Bank.
I receive.
It's a similar. So these SMSs that are not important in a sense, except for few. Just to throw the few. The Standard Bank one, I think it was unnecessary. It was just to show that actually, we know some more information, such as SMSs.
Yeah. So the bank notification was for a purchase of liquor shop at Kwanongoma, and this was on the 24th of December 2019 at 11:27 a.m. The "please call me" was received by the person he sent it to. Yeah. Now I must ask myself, what about 2014? I mean, what is this? How is this helping us? Well, then he continued to say that the Standard Bank account number was saved on the Vodacom SIM card too. The owner received an SMS from Standard Bank on 2019, December the 24th at 11 for purchases on an account number ending with 7815. So I was asking myself at this point, like, how is a bank account number saved on a SIM card, you guys? I was like perplexed.
No. The bank account number. What happens is, if I buy something, there's this SMS that pops in that I have bought 1, 2, 3. It doesn't show the rest of the number. It just
shows at the end.
I think the last 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
These are the ones that he was talking about, the 7815.
Yes.
All right. I was perplexed. I was like, you said you only had the contact list. So he used this SMS to pull the account number, or to say that he had a Standard Bank account number.
Angere, the SMS writes, this is Standard Bank or FNB. When you get that SMS, if I go swipe,
Yes.
it's going to say my bank.
Yes, it
And
does.
then the account number is going to show, but towards the end,
the last four
the last
digits.
4 digits.
Well, he said that the bank account was on one phone number and the message on the other. So Ho said that the suspect did change service providers from Vodacom to Cell C. Oh, from Cell C actually. Or was it from Vodacom to Cell C? To Cell C. He noted that the contacts on the phone, it says Standard Bank and account number stored as 100912777815, which is the last digits that he found from the SMS in the other SIM card,
Yes,
the
yes.
MTN.
Yes.
So he's saying when he looked at the Vodacom number, he now found the full account number. And he said he noted the contacts on the phone that says Standard Bank. And the account number was stored there as contacts. Ho said there were 2 numbers linked to the other accused. There was a number saved as 2715951239 marked as Lungisani. 277937900137 was marked as Muzi. The number was identified by the investigating officer as the 2 accused in this case. The number was identified by Colonel Steyn and the Section 205 and the investigating team, and it was established that he had various communication with all the other suspects.
Okay.
The judge asked Hoss if he had the Section 205 application to the service providers, and the judge said that otherwise it's like a Sangoma's testimony. House said no. Baloyi said that the service provider will come and testify. So we're having a witness who's going to be from a service provider who will be coming and testifying. Yet they couldn't testify when Steyn was testifying.
And what worries me, I'm not even eager to hear that
Me too.
testimony. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
These people don't have full SMSs of these people interacting, right? They fail. What is that service provider coming to do?
To maybe put a stamp on the work that House has done.
This is nonsense. It's just nonsense. It's not like there are SMSs there.
They are not SMS. They only pulled one from a bank, and they're saying he had a Standard Bank account, and that's as far as they could go. No message from Lebogang.
And no one can be untouched here.
No SMS from Lebogang. None of that.
Girlfriend.
The bank. Yes. The bank. The notification. And mind you, I don't know what to do with this. I just don't know. I'm like, kukhona okushotayo man, you know? And akuhlangani. It's not coming together for me. House said that the cell phone database that he received from Colonel Steyn, he was only involved from September. So he said that he does not know all the stuff before he was there. He only received the full database. So he doesn't have a Section 205. No. He just took Steyn's work and added whatever he was told to do, and that's it. So House said that it showed that there was communication between all the accused before court. There was communication vice versa between all the accused. So House revealed that there was communication between Ntanzi and Maphisa and Ntuli, that's accused number 5. And there was a tussle between Mnisi and the judge. Mnisi said that he couldn't see on the screen, the numbers were faint from the annexure or the document that he was using to testify. Baloyi said that he should look at the annexures, and then there was a short adjournment to look for these annexures. When they came back, Tembisa case of March 2019 with the forensic bag was now being introduced from Muzi Themba Sibiya's case, accused number 1. The device was switched on, but it was in his possession. Communication was with 276264840 Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi, 27725057056 Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi, 27609016890 Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi. So now he has 3 numbers. And they're not the same as the ones that were mentioned, the 2 ones that were mentioned before. I remember that one in a level 3 somewhere. So we can estimate that he had a total of like 5 numbers, according to this witness's testimony. So another number that was communicated with by accused number 1 is 277-139-53801 for Yamtogoziseni Maphisa. And the cell phone was found at Louiscop prison during his arrest, and it was a Hawaii. So here Bongani Ntanzi had 3 different numbers, is what we're discovering. And for the first time, Baloyi asked for a short adjournment, and the judge asked to continue, stating that they have wasted enough time. For me, it was the first time seeing the judge saying no to a short adjournment suggested by Advocate Baloyi. It was for the first time. I was like, wow, where are we? The Standard Bank account number was confirmed by the investigating officer, and it belongs to Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi. It was saved on the SIM card. Then there was Mncube identified through section 205. This is accused number 3. And then there was Sibiya, also identified through section 205 in the Tembisa case. The judge asked Veiws for saying that he left out 6 because he heard Mr. Sibiya referring to Mr. Nisi, was calling Mr. Nisi Mr. Sibiya for some weird reason. Then saying that an affidavit cannot be amended. Veiws said that it was a mistake. Veiws went through the pictures, and he has so far identified accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi, in 2020. On the memory card, there was a picture of Ntanzi taken on the 20th of November 2020 at 11:20, and it was archived. So it had no location. Remember that he was arrested on the 16th of June 2020. And they're saying that he took a picture, or there was a picture that was found in his archives that it was taken on the 20th of November 2020 at 11:20, and it had no location.
At location, Hosmampur.
Should be.
Couldn't even identify Hosmampur.
It should be. There's also a photo taken on the 30th of March 2020, taken with the Samsung SMJ60F.
While he's in jail.
Time was 16:05:45. This was before he was arrested. Sorry. 30th of March 2020 was before he was arrested. Yes. He said, you can see that it is written Bongani loves Lebu. It was another image that said that. And then on May the 5th, 2020 at 21:05, Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi, again, this was before he was arrested. Apparently, this showed a screenshot of a status written Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi, heart, which were 2 heart emojis, Meli Ntanzi, with fire emojis. On the Ntanzi memory card, Veiws says that there was a photo of a newspaper article taken on the 29th of October 2020 of this current case. Now, he was already incarcerated at that point. It had been months since he was arrested, right? And it was around the time they were making their first appearances at the Boksburg Magistrate Court. So the article read, imibuzo abasolwa bezihlangula ngokufa kukaMeyiwa.
Abasolo bezihlangula ngokufa kwaMeyiwa.
Besihlangula ngokufa kukaMeyiwa. Translate for us, Mr. Anonymous. Jonas's translation was.
What did he say?
The suspects are saving themselves about the death of Senzo Meyiwa. He said that there were some parts missing.
No, suspects are denying the case.
Well, they are denying the case.
Yeah.
Jonas is saying they are saving themselves.
It's a long drive.
I'm not even gonna question all the translation has been doing all these years. I see collab. I see collab. I see me again. You see what? This is also another point that we made previously about how the Zulu spoken in Johannesburg, Gauteng, is not the same Zulu that is spoken in KZN. You see what we were meaning? You see what we were talking about? Did you hear that translation? Means two different things. So, yeah. One of the accused, Mthobisi Prince Mncube, said that he would not enter the dock. Now, this is the rest of the article because he did not kill Meyiwa. Mncube said that he was arrested while in custody and he and some of his co-accused were serving other sentences. The 5 accused were arraigned on several charges, including attempted murder, robbery, and aggravating circumstances. They were also charged with contravening Section 3 of 2000 with possession of firearm. Then it named the 5 accused. Holes continued on what was found on Ntanzi's memory card, Facebook image that was downloaded, and Holes said it's a picture of a firearm on the 4th of January 2021. He was inside. So he's saying that a picture from the Facebook of a firearm was downloaded.
Inside.
From Facebook.
There's this cat Facebook account, right?
Yeah. Catfish.
Catfish.
I would call it a catfish. I don't think that Facebook.
No, I also don't
belongs
think
to
so.
him.
I don't think
I
so.
highly doubt it. It's been posting all the time that he's been
It's live.
in jail.
It's live. Someone is just enjoying.
And I don't know where they're getting his images from.
It's like they have an account. They have Ntanzi's original account.
And they just
Because
posting.
the pictures are old.
They are old. What he's wearing there, the obviously
And he's
tells
younger,
you-
much more younger.
and he's much more younger on those pictures. So it's kind of fishy. It's weird. That's all I'm going to say. Well, yeah, he said that the Facebook, which was deleted and then recovered. The Facebook was deleted and then recovered. Njani ke manje?
The Facebook picture
The Facebook account
was deleted.
and then recovered.
Oh yes, I get better. That's why I'm mentioning that catfish thing.
While
I
he
wonder
was
who's
incarcerated.
got time to do that.
Funny things are happening around Ntanzi, guys.
Right, you are
Weird
arrested.
stuff.
You are put you're detained for years. For these things, you have time to download guns.
They're
And
just
then-
making
and
him
then
seem
they-
like
they
a
are able-
hardcore, hardened criminal.
They are able to recover Facebook. The Facebook picture. though.
Facebook account. They're saying that it was deleted and then recovered. Who deleted it and who recovered it?
So how do you recover even someone's Facebook? So this system of theirs at that level, this is high intelligence.
There is no date of when it was deleted.
And there's no date when it was recovered.
A comparison of firearm or photo as per accused Mthobisi Carlos Mncube downloads. So Sergeant Mabasa has already testified about that download. Remember my killing machine from Mthobisi Mncube picture that he had called the killing machine.
Yeah.
a picture of an unknown person with a firearm. The picture was deleted. No date whatsoever. So at this point, it's all about really creating this image of a hardened,
character. A certain character is being created.
Criminal who is stubborn.
A certain character is
guns.
being created. Yes, and who also fears because now is being caught and is deleting things. So guilty as charged. They are creating a character of someone who's a hardcore criminal, someone who was working in the mines.
I was working in the mine. Yes, I'm getting on my shift.
Really right. No, but whether that was cheating or what, and we don't care. But I'm just trying to create a story.
Yeah, we don't care whether he was cheating or what. But
because there's someone back home, right?
Actually, he did say that he was getting married around that time. They're saying that he was who was at the Spaza house. That was his initial recalling of what was happening around that weekend. So House says that the photos were created in 2021, January the 4th at 15:38. He can't say when it was created or deleted, and he was now done with the first cell phone of accused number 2. So on the 8th of September 2023, there was another request from Colonel Steyn with a sealed bag with a stylophone. The phone was found in possession of Ntuli during his arrest, and the request was to check if there were photos and whether there was communication between the accused via SMSs, etc.
Pause, Emily. Let's give guys time to like the video. Guys, please like the video, share the video, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Interact if you're not interacting. But if you've liked, subscribed already, then do interact. Like the video. It's 450 people, no liking. 153 actually.
Like the video.
So
guys.
let's just give you that moment. Like the video. And yeah.
And for the ones who are watching on the TV, there are arrows on the remote of your TV. You navigate with those arrows. They will pop up a red line. And then beneath it, you go with your remote, you down. And then you go to the thumb up. There's a symbol of thumb up. And then you press your remote on OK after it has landed on the thumbs up. Right?
Yeah, so we've been asked in any case by our moderator to pause. So we will pause just to talk about something else until we see those likes going up. We're not forcing you, but we are asking you. I know that you genuinely forgot. We know that you genuinely forgot. So we are reminding you, please push that like button. It becomes difficult for Morning Gang to actually even assist further because we didn't do our job at night. We are a night gang. Then there's a Morning Gang that comes in and closes everything.
Yes.
So if we leave them a huge gap to fill, come on, guys. Let us like the video, subscribe.
When they wake up in the morning, I want the live to be on their homepage, to be pop.
Yes, saying that I've been...
Because you liked the
video. You've been liking, yes.
To be like, surprise, watch me.
It must remind them that there is a video that you haven't watched from Ntanzi.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So continue, Emil.
So asked if he knew that the phone was recovered from the accused in prison, House said that he would not know that.
Is this House?
House. Sorry.
It's like him saying
House.
Shell phone.
House, my apologies. It's House.
No, shell phone.
Or shell phone.
Yeah.
You have an English.
English
is not your mother's language.
It's not choosing it. Everyone. No one is safe.
I hear you correcting me and my English, ne? I will remind you of shell phone.
Yes.
It's not It's not a language for the faint-hearted. There's no master of pronunciation. English.
Yeah.
The Queen's language.
Let's continue.
Well, the phone was not downloaded, but 2 Vodacom SIM cards were extracted. And Baloyi asked if there is a reason why the cell phone was not downloaded. And Veiws said he doesn't know. He said you would find that the phone was locked. No data was found on SIM card 1. And on SIM card 2, the following deleted messages were found. From the 19th of August 2020 at 18:38, the message read, "You have less than 12 minutes on your VC airtime."
Yeah.
This message was deleted but was recovered by the downloader.
Which message was that?
The one where you have less than 12 minutes on your VC airtime, voice call.
Oh. So they are recovering useless messages. Because that's useless stuff.
Remember how State said that they couldn't recover some of the messages?
Youngstown was better.
I said
It was partial.
He tried.
It was a mixture of what we couldn't believe plus what we could believe. Yeah, it's a whitewash.
Well, the number was identified by investigators as Maphisa Ntuli's. Veiws said that there was a number of Maphisa that was found, and this number was identified through Luikop Correctional Center and a Section 205.
Perhaps let's give this. Did they access Facebook because it was on Google?
I would think so.
Because they said they couldn't access the phone.
Yeah, they couldn't access the phone. So maybe they're trying to tell us that they looked at his Facebook account that now I can't find.
But how?
I'm finding a catfish.
Let's continue.
Veiws reveals that about 4 numbers were linked to Ntuli. Veiws also identified Mshololo's number saved in Maphisa Ntuli's phone. Now that was awkward. That was awkward, you guys. It felt like he was not throwing shade, but the whole tree in Mshololo's Mshololo is an enemy now.
You know what the papers are writing?
What are they writing?
They are saying...
The
headlines. They are saying, let me find one. They are saying, Senzo Meyiwa Trial, cell phones confiscated in prison show that the accused were in contact. This is not one. I saw the one that simple said Mshololo was in contact.
No, she was
with.
It said they found her numbers on his phone. Nami, I almost went there. Mr. Anonymous corrected me. Because I love juicy. Gossip-ish. Gossip-ish. Headline-ish. But I was like, oh, they're saying that they found Mshololo's number in Maphisa Ntuli's phone. Not that Mshololo was calling and they were calling each other with that phone.
Yeah,
no.
That's what the papers are saying. The papers are flying with it.
Not Baloyi actually instructing Veiws to read Mshololo's name. You know.
Did you see his face?
But I was like, what? He was instructing him, insisting. Veiws there is struggling. The interpreter eventually assisted Mshololo. And I was like, what is happening in this court?
Do you remember? I think the interpreter was getting one back. You remember when Mshololo said, look. And he read it so loud with the full chest. Mshololo. I was like,
Hi, guys. This is so petty.
And the judge was writing.
With a serious face. I'm sure he wrote, he contacted. Ngiyadlala. He listens well. Ngiyadlala. He's a good listener.
No way.
I was like, yes. Ziyakhala kule courtroom, guys. I don't want to lie to you.
You're no friends. I see these people chit-chatting with Balo. Hey, Balo is one of those ones.
He didn't throw shade. He threw the whole tree at Mshololo's direction. The whole tree. And now people on the chat, I even saw them. No, she must be reported to LPC. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. What? What? No. It's not a crime that her number was in Fisogut.
He's a lawyer. He's a lawyer of Fisogut.
She's a lawyer.
She's a lawyer of Fisogut.
It's not a crime. Hold up. Slow down. Please. Yes. I loved you guys. So even if that phone or phone number of Mshololo is found in Fisogut Ntuli's phone, so what? So what? You know? I mean, if he wanted to make things stick with accused number 5, I'd also highlight Mshololo's numbers that they were in that phone. You know, if really I was in a tussle of that kind and sorts, if I was wanted to throw shade, allegedly, you know. So yes, it's not that much of a big deal. Let's move on. Accused number 1 requested a comfort break via his lawyer, Gomezulu, and House said that there is a photo of him from a profile, and the contacts were exported to Excel. The Vodacom SIM card was 2 common contacts belonging to other accused, and one was saved as Reggae, and another number of Maphisa, accused number 4. Veiws said that there was communication between Mncube, accused number 3, and a common contact called Puta Nkeshe. There was communication between Mncube and a common contact called Slindo. Fisogut Ntuli and Mncube had communication with the above 2 persons. That's Slindo and Nkeshe. I don't know who they are.
We will never know. Let's continue.
Fisogut Ntuli and Mncube had communicated with the above 2 persons, and there was communication between Tobisi Mncube, accused number 3, and others numbers used by accused number 5, Fisogut Ntuli. Yeah, you know, at this point I felt so tired. It was like, yo.
So this guy sometimes
exhausting.
uses a connection of a common person as the connection. So if we call one person, then that's
we are all connected. I think Stein also did a similar type of thing.
No, but Stein was specifying that there's a common person.
Oh.
This one is saying all is equal.
As long as you can connect them. So Ntuli was convicted in 2019, not 2020. So how did he have his cell phone with him? Especially the one with the number that belongs to him. He got convicted. When you get convicted, don't you go through a process before you go to be locked, where literally you can't enter? It's a process in the prison. You can't enter with what you had, even the clothes you're wearing.
It takes certain things like your shoes, your shoelaces.
So how did that happen? Usually the norm with prisoners, when they do get the cell phones, they use burner phones, and I don't think they'll be using the numbers that they were using prior to them getting arrested. But this is South Africa, anything is possible. And we also cannot rule out what Mshololo was also trying to raise by saying that that phone could have belonged to anybody and it did not belong to Ntuli. Well, the judge adjourned early for lunch today, which took me by surprise. But he said that the state needed to print the annexure. And Mnisi said that he had a copy. Mgomezulu is the one who didn't have that copy. And the judge said that he does not want to be accused of being prejudicial. Yes, ile prejudice ile impatha kabi. I-prejudice ngathi yiyo umkhonto. I want like prejudice. If you want to make Judge Rajabu lose it, accuse him of being prejudiced. After the long adjournment, House asked about the call that Maphisa and Ntuli made with the number 0733059202 to Singa Kumalo with the number 2782704435 from the evidence of kennel stain. Now, the question is, does this number even belong to accused number 5? But Stain said that it does, so we'll go with it. House said that accused number 5 must have somehow given the number up as a reference on the credit report. It's exactly the same number that is there. Oh, Konje Stain is how he pulled it. Remember how he was explaining that when you go to the police station, either opening a case or laying a case, your number is still somewhere. When you go buy a car, the number is still somewhere. So that's how they linked this number to accused number 5. So Baloyi then said, but House did not explain it like this. House was very... Yabo, it's me recalling what Stain was saying. But House la... Baloyi then said the call was made on the 2nd of August 2014 at 22:40 and lasted for nearly 110 seconds. That's 2 minutes. She received a call from the other party with the number 0733059202, alleged to be accused number 2's cell phone number. And when asked to comment on that, House said that he cannot testify on the 205 because he did not see it. But according to the XDS, that number was given up as a reference on 2012, November the 24th, by accused number 5. Okay. So Maphisa and Ntuli said this number belongs to Maphisa and Ntuli on November 2012, 2024. He gave it up as a reference. You know, for me, guys, I don't know. Maybe you have a different opinion. But I feel like all of this is baseless without the network provider. I feel like the network provider, in Stain's evidence especially, was needed to confirm that these numbers...
You said they are bringing.
But they are bringing for House. So this network provider will also be confirming Stain's testimony. Why Stain cannot come and testify and why are we being confused like this? Why are they trying to make us feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel? Like we are never going to conclude this case. Because it doesn't make sense. The most meat of this cell phone, whatever evidence, it came from Stain. House.
Why do you say that?
He had more information or links closer to the date of the scene.
Okay.
2014. This one is telling us about 2020, 2019.
Yeah. But
what good is it now?
It's good. The judges ask about the picture. Can you tell who's in that picture? And they started writing. It's good. When are you thinking about what is good for the case if it was a fake case?
Oh, it's not. It's not a fake case. I digress. Baloyi then said, in other words, she received a call, and the call was on the 15th of October 2014, 17:33:57. The time of the duration of the call was 98 seconds, a minute and a half more or less, and the other part is the same. It is 0733059202, which belongs to suspect number 5. And tower location was Ivydale Farm, somewhere in Limpopo. House said that it is the same number, but he cannot testify on Section 205, and XRS does not tell him when the calls were made, but he gave up the number on November as a reference number. So Baloyi asked him, received a call. He was actually reading from the court record of when Steyn was testifying. There's a part where Steyn said that received a call from number 073305599202, and this is allegedly accused number 5's number, is a number of suspect number 5 while he was still in the tower reception area of Ivydale Farm. Isn't it funny how this number is like connected to the cell phone, the style of cell phone that they say they found him with in the prison? Very interesting. So House then said it's the same number on the XDS accused number 5 gave them. Baloyi, here, in my opinion, I felt like he was forcing House to comment on things that he does not know or have evidence of. But, it just felt weird having him testify on Steyn's work while he did not contribute on Steyn's work. It was just strange.
In a sense, he did. Because he's saying he was working with him, right?
Well,
he was mandated.
Was he there when Steyn was downloading and analyzing for 2014? Was he there?
I'm not sure of that.
But now he's being asked about that, the links to Kelly Kumalo. And I don't understand why they keep bringing her up. Where are we going? Is she getting arrested or not? Is she going to be called or not? Why do they keep bringing her in if they're not going to arrest her? That's a further confusion and a perplex that, okay, why do you keep doing this? She's accused of being the mastermind. However, she's not going to be called. But every now and again, similar thing is happening with the other case.
AKA case.
But we'll talk about it later or at another time. But I'm upset at this whole thing. You keep bringing her up. You keep calling her. You keep connecting her. What is the purpose of connecting her here now? I don't understand. Mngomezulu then stood to cross-examine. Mngomezulu went to Ho's affidavit, the part where he listed his qualifications, and House said that it's all courses that he did with the South African police. He named a forensic one. It's not just that the police, but it's also external role players that present these courses that he has done. They issue certificates, and House said that he has originals at home, but he also had them on the system. So he offered to show his certificates in court. The judge said that he must show his qualifications because Mngomezulu was like, okay, it's fine. But the judge is like, you must show those qualifications because he has had to listen to evidence of people being put to them that they planted some evidence. So if he says he has it, let's see it. So it's quite clear that the judge does not believe that evidence can be planted. It's sounding like a conspiracy to him.
He's a mumu sometimes if he wants to. Because then he goes on to say that, hey, this is South Africa. These are SAPS.
Yeah, whenever it suits him, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, this is the South African police. SAPS, yabaz banjani. But now...
Clever, ohlakaniphe ngesayideli one.
Then he demonstrated all the courses that he's done. Mngomezulu asked him about a paragraph that spoke about the Priority Crime Management Center. And Gao said that it is part of where all the crime is reported. He was placed there as an analyst where he did cell phone downloading and cell phone analysis. That's why he was in Johannesburg for 9 years since 2011 in Germiston. I emphasize Germiston.
Yeah, that's where everything happens. The body went there. That's where everything happens. Germiston.
It's the jurisdiction of Boksburg, Vosloorus, Kikiki, the same, Ekurhuleni.
Mm-hmm.
The provincial office from the Gauteng DPCI. Okay. So it means around 2014 when the incident was happening, House was in Germiston working there. In 2020, he was promoted and was situated in the head office of the DPCI. So he was promoted in 2020. And Gomezulu asked, if you are requested to do an analysis on a particular cell phone, is it correct that the first requirement is to do a Section 205 before you can analyze? And House said that you must apply for a Section 205, and then you get a Section 205 through the service provider, then you can only do analysis on the Section 205. And Gomezulu asked, in totality of your evidence, when I listened to it, there was no Section 205 that was done on cell phone for accused number 1. And House said, like I previously explained, I only asked in September to assist Colonel Steyn as he's going on pension. Now you're jiga much.
He was asked.
He was asked to assist Colonel Steyn.
Not working with him.
Not working with him. So I didn't do anything else with any cell phone. 205s, that was not part of my request. He said his request was to do analysis on the phone or the downloading of the cell phone itself, not the cell phone analysis. Steyn testified in July, and he told us that he was already on pension, but it looks like he was not. He was working with House, assisting, getting assistance from him. Ngomezulu then asked, the cell phone number 0793790137 is the same number you attached to Sibiya according to the annexures. What makes you to give that evidence that this number is attached to Sibiya? And House said, I've testified. This number was identified through Truecaller, Section 205, and during arrests on the Tembisa case, 21703 of 2019, a Samsung SMJ, and named the IME number and forensic number, and this phone was found in his possession. So House here was starting to feel like
yeah,
he's getting worked up. He was raising his voice, and he sounded like really he was becoming more in like defense mode. It was so someone also mentioned that Truecaller, here's how it works. It says that it picks up the numbers, how people have saved you.
That's true.
In their phones.
That's true. That's what I wanted to say also, yeah. It takes an average name used.
As people are saving you.
As people are saving.
In their phones.
So as they call you, it collects information to say, okay, this person is called by so and so, their name is anonymous. Then this one also calls and saved you as anonymous. So it picks an average name.
So Mgomezulu then said Sibiya's version is that he was arrested twice, first on the 19th of March 2019 and then on the 30th of May 2020. So for the first time when he was arrested in 2019 on the 19th of March, the police did not take his cell phone. He was arrested and released without taking his cell phone. House said according to the evidence, there was even a photo taken of him with his ID number with the National Photo System and the Tembisa case with serial number of the phone, and it was found in his possession during his arrest. Mgomezulu then said, you were not present during the arrest of accused number 1. That means you were told. And House said no. That's according to the evidence of the database that he received. So
his explanation in terms of I'm sorry, I'm still there on that true caller. His explanation is saying that that's how you are registered. No, there's let's say people who have worked in call centers, be it that they are selling certain things for certain companies, they would know that the number is spammed most of the time. So they call them CLI. So those numbers needs to be changed all the time, like after a week. Because if people keep on saving your number as a spamming company, then Truecaller, if I have a Truecaller, now comes in and say, hey, this is a spam. Then people start not answering those calls. And then you need to update your CLIs on Truecaller. Then once you update those CLIs on Truecaller, this is company so and so. Then they reset back again to appear as company so and so. But after a week again, when you irritate people, you call them 10 times.
They block you.
They start blocking you, and then Truecaller picks you as a spam again. Then people don't answer your calls. That means your sales will reduce. Basically, that's how these companies run their call centers. They keep on. They have a lot of CLIs. They go to companies such as your telco. They ask for numbers to be reserved. A lot of numbers.
No, that's why they keep changing.
Yeah, they keep on recycling these numbers. Yes,
keeps calling me, but every time they call, they have
with
a different
number. Yes, yes.
Oh.
So some of these things are not true, but yeah.
I didn't even know that. So in that database, it cannot tell who took the photo of the accused. And Khao said that was taken by the arresting officer because nobody else can take a photo and put it on the system except the arresting officer. He said this is not a social media photo or a photo you can take off Facebook or anything. It is a photo that you can take off Facebook or anything. It's a photo that if you take it and put it on the National Police, the photo system, it must be taken by a police officer who loaded it on the system for identification. So, yeah, for me, I had a problem with him talking so much on the arresting officer. And I know he's speaking from what he knows, but he's
speaking
in court.
As if he understands.
Yes, as if he's...
And then eventually the judge talks about, was it him when was it the time when the judge said, but there's a picture, right?
Yes.
Can you point the person?
Yes, later on.
That's what is important to this.
But can you point the person in the picture? Can you say the person in the picture?
That's what is important to this judge. To take these people down, all he needs is to collaborate such stories. Useless stuff, if you ask me.
Well, Mngomezulu said that I can see you are relying on what was loaded on the data system. Have you read the statement of the person who arrested and took the photo of accused number 1 before you gave evidence in this court? And Ho said that this photo is from their police system, so he drew it off the police system. He doesn't know who took the photo. As soon as somebody's arrested, it automatically goes into the system on the NEMFA system, so he can access it. He did not read any statement because he doesn't know what the Tembisa case. You know, and he says, I didn't see the case. I was not there when he was arrested. I can't tell of his telephone was he's in possession or not. But this is according to the database that he received and the information that he has and that he was in possession of. Then Mngomezulu asked him, but there is one thing that I can assure you, and you will agree with me that if this accused person will come and tell this court that on his first arrest, there was no cell phone that was taken from him. And secondly, there was no Section 205 that was done on the 079 number. And House said that he can't answer that because he was not there. So he could not say if there was a phone or not. And he didn't do a Section 205 that was on the investigating officer's part. So the investigating officer is the one who does the 205 according to House. And Gomezulu asked him concerning the fact that a true caller will reflect to another number if I'm calling with the 079 number, which is registered in the name of Sibiya. If I'm making a call to Jonas and he has a true caller, the name Sibiya will reflect in Jonas's phone. So this is basically Mgomezulu trying to understand how true caller works. Then how says that not really. If you register on Truecaller, you put your name, and if he phones, his name will show as Gideon Hose. And he says that I can put any name on there. It's not because the SIM card automatically picks up that this number belongs to so and so. Then he said, I must be registered. At that stage, the true caller will come out as Muzi. Now, my question, maybe it's a stupid question to some, but did Muzi ever use Truecaller? I have a question. And if it picks up the average as Muzi, then how come are there so many numbers? Like, for example, Ntanzi had 5 numbers. Can we rely on Truecaller? Is it reliable for evidence in court? It's just a question I have. Ningang shy.
We are a country that is behind when it comes to technology. So yes, it's the gospel truth in South Africa when it comes to such things. But as I've explained, it is you can edit it. You in fact, to
you
take
can
yourself,
change the
you
number.
can change anything. You can actually go edit it now and update. That number is actually not Ntanzi's number. You call, and then it's gonna show you the person that you updated to as.
It's kind of frightening to see someone.
It's accessible to people. That's a problem.
Yes.
So it shouldn't be used in court as a matter of fact.
True.
Because in this case, anyone can go and edit.
On Truecaller.
Yes. So these people, when these lawyers debunk such things, when they come to court, they need to be privy to that information, to know that
And hammer
a
on
true
it.
caller can be edited. Can I go edit this number as a matter of today? And
change
can
the
it
name.
allow me to change the name? Yes, thank you very much.
Mgomezulu approached Muzi on the accused box, and when he came back, he said, with the Truecaller, it is not every time that you register your true names. You can use another name just to reflect. And Ho said you can, but why would you want to use a false name if you want to phone somebody?
Now that's opening a debate.
Why must I put my name as Pete if my name is Gideon? Mgomezulu asked if it does not reflect the year the Truecaller was done, and Ho said that no, it does not. Mgomezulu then asked him, by instruction from accused number 1.
It probably they are using limited version. South African police.
The free version.
Yeah, they're probably using a free version.
My instruction from accused number 1 is that he does not recall having a true caller on the number that you have just given of 0790137. And Ho said, I just want to explain, I don't have true caller. If you have true caller, my name will show on yours. I don't have to have true caller on my phone. If you are not registered on Truecaller, it won't show. But if I am registered on Truecaller and you phone me, and if your phone will show me exactly who you are because I've got Truecaller. As long as I have Truecaller, I can identify through Truecaller who it is. So Mgomezulu asked him, which number did you call? And Ho says, the evidence I received from Kennel Stain in his evidence. So he went in on the Truecaller and he put in the number and he saw on Truecaller, I don't have to phone. I can search your number now on Truecaller without phoning. So it was registered on Truecaller as Muzi, and he did not have to phone anybody. So Host is saying he did not have to call anybody to test whether the number indeed belongs to the person that they are accusing. He said you just have to put it in Truecaller and it will show that the number Muzi has is so and so. Why do I feel like this is bare minimum that was done? It's like bare minimum.
That's why I'm saying they probably have a free version that is limited. If it's not a free version, it's not a full package of Truecaller.
Mgomezulu then asked, is it the only number on the indexes that you have listed on this affidavit that is attached to Muzi Sibiya? And Mgomezulu went to a number saved as Sibiya 2. It was 0760954648. The full names of his client is Muzaukalelwa Themba Sibiya. Is this number associated or can be attached to my client? Mgomezulu asked, and Ho said he does not know and he can't say. Why can't you say? Why can't you say, Host? Then Mgomezulu asked him, is this number saved on the contact list of accused number 2? And Ho said that's correct. So a lot of people are saying that Truecaller is unreliable.
No, it's not. It's unreliable. It's not reliable.
So what happens if you have a number that was used by someone else? Because now there's this thing of recycling numbers from service providers. So what happens in such a situation? Does Truecaller accommodate for such? Well, then Gomezulu went through a bunch of numbers that had the surname Sibiya. For example, one was from Etabiso Sibiya, and it cannot be associated with accused number 1. Mgomezulu then asked him, the contact list of accused number 1, where did you get it from? And Ho said that he had the contact list that was found on the Stylo 18. There's no evidence in your affidavit that deals with messages, SMSs, and WhatsApp that were sent from that number. Mgomezulu asked Hos, and he responded by saying that no, there's nothing on the download messages, only the contacts that it was saved on. So Mgomezulu asked him that if there was communication between accused number 1 and number 5, do you have any such evidence? And How said that not on the download of the cell phone itself, because the cell phone was not downloaded, only the SIM card. So there won't be any calls on the SIM card. The phone was password protected. Numbers were found on the SIM card. The same people that freely and voluntarily confessed did not give these crucial PIN codes and patterns and passwords. Mgomezulu then said, will I be correct to say that in terms of the evidence that you have elicited before this honorable court, there's no evidence that relates to the incident that occurred in 2014 on the 26th of October. And Ho said there's nothing that relates to the incident itself. And Mgomezulu asked to approach accused number 1 once more. And when he came back, he asked when he linked the 079 number to accused number 2, there was nothing linking to the incident in 2014. So Host answered that he asked to see if there is any linkages between the suspects, and that is what he has done. And that is how it linked to each other. Mgomezulu asked a version that Muzi Sibiya, said that he must put to Mr. Hose was that When he was arrested on the 19th of March 2019, he was wearing a blue t-shirt and a work suit with brown pants, with the t-shirt. So when he was arrested for the second time, he was wearing black Adidas jacket, not that photo that is reflected. It doesn't reflect that in the evidence. And Ho said that it was not there. He was not there. He cannot say what accused number 1 was wearing. So the judge asked if he's referring to the photo. What is the point? The person that you see there, does it look like me or Madiba or who? And Ho said that it looks like the accused before this court. So the judge does not care when the picture was taken. As long as Ho says that the person in the picture is the person that is the accused, then he's okay with that. That's what he wants. But I remember when Mncube, there was someone who testified and couldn't differentiate between a coffee color and a. Do you remember that evidence? So
yes.
We had pictures of Mncube at some point. They were saying it was accused number 3. Why is he doing this? Wasn't he there in the very same court while all of that was happening?
This judge is here to convict. That's it, in my opinion.
Well, it was now time for Ramasipili to cross-examine, and he asked, when Brigadier Gininda requested you to do the analysis, did he brief you on the details of case 636? And House said no. Ramasipili read the part of his affidavit, House affidavit, where it said that accused number 2 cell phone was taken during his arrest. And he asked him, who informed you of this information? And Ho said that the request form that was given to him by Colonel Stain. So Ramasipili asked, Sergeant Mohani testified that the cellular phone was obtained from accused number 2 on the 7th of August 2021 in the cells in Valeria police station after he received a tip-off that he was in the cells, and not that it was retrieved when he was arrested. Do you want to comment on that? And Ho said that he can't comment on that. That is what he was given by Colonel Stain. So Ramasipili then asked him, accused number 2 agreed with what is written on that request form, that upon his arrest on the 16th of June 2020, 2 cellular phones were seized from him by the arresting officers, Sergeant Mabena and Mohani, and this J5 was retrieved on the 16th, not on the 7th of August 2021. So Ho said, okay. Ramasipili asked Hos about the process of extracting the data again, and he said that he doesn't know where, Ramasipili gets warm. Sometimes I was like, what is the point of asking him about the processes of extracting the data?
No, it's just to open the net wide.
Okay.
So that when you close it, you get something. I think it was a very good move. And the only thing I can fault him for yesterday is leaving things hanging.
Ramasipili asked about Inshort. There's some collage of pictures of Ntanzi that was done with the app Inshort. And it said 1635, the time, right? But we didn't get the date. The date was not yet mentioned. And he was getting warm here. And Hao said that it's a photographic app, and he also said that it's the device owner who used that Inshort app to mix the 2 pictures together. So House then said that he was tired of standing or something like that, and the judge was like, okay, I was feeling like I should be asking you if you are still okay or whatever.
Oh my goodness.
And then there was an adjournment.
Oh my goodness.
But Ramasipili was getting warm here, so I don't know. Something might happen to.
This is where I didn't like it. because I feel like he was coming with something there. That maybe these things were happening. Ntanzi was there, and then the cell phone was with the police. Now it's a new thing, but we don't know, man. I think he shouldn't have left that like that. He should have closed it, and then after that, and say, yeah.
Because a few more minutes was left before the time of adjournment, right? It was. So he was like, just 2 more minutes. Just 2 more minutes.
Mcube is like that player that is playing, looking at the time.
Now they'll come ready and prepared for that Inshort.
Is it 90 minutes? Situation. Is it 90 minutes? Lapo when you are losing. That's my problem with him. He just does not have good timing of things. He does not finish. Okay, maybe today it was a bit better, but he just left this one hanging. I have a problem.
And it's very important
because it's a killer for me. If you leave it and then you come back tomorrow, the story is totally different. Totally different. Judge Lapa says Valuto. Yeah. What are you asking? What are you asking? Ntanzi, hello. Yes, sir. You're gonna have to wait a bit. You almost killed the whole studio because and now I had to jump. Ntanzi, hello. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Yes, sir.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
All right, Mr. I want my data.
Yes.
No, now I'm calling to complain. I am tired, man, of this police after police, police after police, sergeant after sergeant, brigadier after brigadier. Where are the people who were in the house? Now I'm tired now. Hi.
I'm also tired. I don't want to lie. I'm exhausted. I'm like, these people.
Yeah, Mr. Anu.
Yes, sir.
Emily.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
No, I'm tired of this policeman, man. Sergeant after sergeant. Others are from retirement. Others are from the pension. No, I'm tired of them, man. Yesterday, there was that guy who said, no, I'm from the pension. They told him, no, the diary cannot leave. They cannot go to the pension. They are in the police station or wherever they are kept in the archives.
Yes.
Even Spain, why they didn't go and pull him out of the pension to come and sort out the stuff that he started here? They should have gone and pull Spain as they pulled that other guy, man. Now I'm tired. Let's bring Longwe, let's bring Sesteri, let's bring Mamaga Sesteri, let's bring people who were there. I am tired of this hearsay evidence. Now I'm tired now.
No, we hear you.
No, thank you. We hear what others have to say, but Mr. Want my data before I petition in front of that court looking for my data. Bring the relevant people, please.
Yes.
I agree.
Okay, thank you, Menier.
Thank you. Ntanzi, hello.
Bring the relevant people, please.
You've been calling and your volume is high.
Yes, Mr. Anonymous.
Yes.
Excellent. The first caller today.
Second.
Yes, Mr. Anonymous.
Can you reduce the volume at the back?
Oh, okay. It needs to see volume. Yes. I'm so excited to come in.
I understand.
The issue here. Let me do this. Okay. Hello?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
I'm
are
saying
at the
the
beginning,
issue,
though. I can hear the voice. You put the video at the beginning.
Yeah, now it's out. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying my issue here is Mcube.
Yes.
I don't know what is it doing in a serious case like this. Mcube is there to learn. It's like he wants to learn how does this thing work, and then he will push a question, and then when he's close, no, we tarashishi manje, we are pumuyale. Like what you're saying, we share Untas needs a lawyer. Untas are a lawyer. uRamsipile must just go and do maybe choir or something else. That thing is not for him, guys. This case is a do or die. We are few. And the other thing, judge. On my opinion, I think this judge, he wants to instill fear now. But in a good defense.
Yes.
Because he's throwing toys. Like from yesterday and today, he's been throwing toys. I feel like, I think maybe an instruction from somewhere. Or we are mamela lama broadcast in Wenzala. And then when I passed there, and then I don't know this thing, he accused on other witnesses, Ntanzi today was called more than 100 times. I was counting. Ntanzi, this. But in other cases, no, call him accused too. But today, it was Ntanzi. I said, okay. And then, staying to host, I feel like Uti is deliberate. When the Uti staying no, I don't know. This one I wasn't there. I think staying we are she's silent, we can't defend it. Let me just disconnect.
Yeah.
Let me disengage. That's my opinion. Yeah.
No, thank you very much.
Like you always say, everything's alleged.
Yeah, everything is alleged. Thank you.
Everything is alleged. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Right. Shift now. We're on you on WhatsApp. Mzansi, hello.
Hello, Butinjan.
Sikhona mfowethu njani?
Ngiyaphila.
Yebo.
Hey, angazi nami ngithi ngizobeka nje kancane.
Khuleka mfowethu.
Ngithi mina ngibone ngazi ukuthi mhlasimbe nalabo abantu laba okuyibona mhlasimbe oGininda ngathi babuka ama podcast because ngendlela engicabanga ngayo le witness le ubani horse ekhona njengamanje ngathi babuka ama gaps so uSteno engeke ezekwazi ukuthi iphinde kubuye ezovala ama gaps balanda lo kwathiwa uzoze ngathi uza ne-evidence enje but uzovala lokho angathi ngathi kubezi ikhala lapha but all in all understand ukuthi ungathi analyze idata but lokhulu idata but into okhuluma ngayo ukhuluma nje ukuthi kuma contact kwakukhona ini. It's not like we are coming ukuthi there is a message esuka kulo 80 or there is a call esuka kulo 80 ngiyayibona leyo nto leyo. Okunye ekuvele kungidide ngaba abantu abangama witness stage ngathi abazile lapha ukuzosiza inkantolo ngathi baze lapha yabo ba attached kwi case they are so defensive like abezi ukuthi okay mina kade ngianalyze idata yilokho engikutholile. It's like they are coming angazi noma kukhona into ebasabisile ukuthi you have to prove ukuthi laba abantu it's not ukuthi wena uzochaza into oyitholile. The same nabantu ababesendlini babengakhuluma ngathi bakhuluma into abayibonile ngathi bakhulumela ukuthi laba abantu aba wrong not into engiyaziyo but ngifuna ukuthi yilaba abantu abenze lento le yayibona leyo nto le. So ngokwami nje ngendlela engibona ngayo ngazi ukuthi ayikho into enakhuzayo into ephathekayo abasuke beyizele lapha and ngendlela esenza ngayo states like they are just wasting time ngoba try endaweni eyodwa manje abayi straight maybe kuyi point umuntu ongafike ethi okay nansi evidence nansi maybe imessage isuka kulo iza kulo munye eyifunda ukuthi ithini maybe we find ukuthi okay babe communicator bethi so lento ukuthi ubani wayecommunicator nobani and then uStain uyavuma lento eshow Ntanzi ukuthi ifoni yakhe yathathwa eqaleni ngapha khona witness state which means bayi contradictor bona abantu abangama witness state uma uqala ezothi ifoni uyithole ngo2021 August omunye beneform ethi ifoni amaphoyisa ayithatha Ntanzi ngoJune of a previous year. I gap it's a year, it's not even a gap of a day. i-gap it doesn't make sense. And mhlasimpe ummeli kaNtanzi ubefuna ukuthi ukuyi-register le court ukuthi baya-contradicta, but bekufanele ethi ukuyiphusha kancane nje ngoba ngazi ukuthi lo yababa naye lo kade enakhuza namhlanje ngathi unenhliziyo encane. Bese kuba ile nenye engayibonanga ukuthi ubaloyi ubefuna ukuyisaphi lethi kunenumber kaMshololo efonini ka-accused number 5. Vele ngangayazi ukuthi noma ufuna mhlasimpe thina sibone ngathi noMshololo ungena understandanga ukuthi since ummeli mhlasimpe nawe ungaba nayo inamba yakhe ifakwa kwamconsulta whoever kwamconsulta ngaba nenamba. So le vele yangidida ukuthi ubaloyi ngathi naye akasazazi ukuthi ubheke kuphi nayo yonke lento, but all in all ngendlela engiyibuka ngayo ngibone ngathi nebaba senayo into estrong abangayifaka njengamanje ngoba le yamafoni uSteni wayichaza there is no way uguy kade ezofika esho into different uzoqhamuka nezinto zo true caller and what not. So for me ivele ya out nje bekitshela ukuthi maybe labo abamletha manje uzofika nento i-content ukuthi ngithola ukuthi i-communication, because uthi i-data analysis kanti u-analyze lento ama-contact astoriwe nje ukuthi okay ngitholele list yama-contact ngathola le and then isiza ngaphi leyo nto leyo 100 i-sim card iseva 250 so iyenze phela ukuthi kuseva 250 affecta kanjani icase awuzu kodwa number kaSibiya ngaphi khona nangaphi khona bathini, because ipoint ila into esecourt akusikho ukuthi laba bantu abayisevanga inumber zabanye so ngizoprove leyo nto le into la ukushona kaSenzo. So come with something ezoprove ukuthi laba bantu ba involved le ndaba ama cellphone nje for mina ngiyibone ngathi out, and ujudge naye ngazi ukuthi yini interest ngayo yonke lento ngoba it sounds like laba bantu ngathi abebengekho state says la singekho prepared. Baya add information as they move. If bebone ngathi umuntu usesho okunye bese hayi lo it's a new witness akekho kwi list akazokhuluma ukuthi uyabheka yikho nanto eshoyi lo muntu uzocover into edlulile. Isivele yaluzisa interest nje ngokwami. Ngiyabonga ngesikhathi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey. Another smoshele isikhathi shema.
Hey guys.
It's a drag.
It's long. Sometimes we do want to interpret, but if it's long, then it becomes a bit difficult.
But in summary, he's saying that they are dragging. It's a
They are
drag.
dragging
This
the
case is
case,
a drag. It doesn't understand why it's dragging like this. We keep getting.
Ntanzi, hello.
witnesses.
Hello.
Yes, how are you?
I'm fine, Mr. Anonymous. How are you?
All is good.
Yeah. How are you, Emily?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Yeah, it's been a long period of time not for me, but when sometimes I phone because when I see you guys, it's something that is baffling you. Because I've got a little knowledge. I don't want to be like bragging that I've got a knowledge, but I'm just calling regarding to this thing of true caller. Yeah, I just want to relieve you guys. But before I go to that, I'm so irritated about the attitude of the judge. To be honest, he's acting so childish. I don't know whether he's overwhelmed or what. And if you check, even in court, some of these jokes he used to be laughable are no longer be laughable now. And he's always keep on attacking the defense, and he gives us that attitude of predicting. You see, when you are a judge, being a judge, you are a person who's neutral, who's supposed not to be easy to be picked up. What is your opinion? If you look at the other case of AKA, you see that judge there, you can't predict that guy of what he did, whoever, even if it's a state or whatever. So you can't see that kind of thing to him. But so I just wanted to touch that. I'm irritated by the judge. And then coming to this of Baloyi. Baloyi is very clever, guys. Don't underestimate that guy. That guy, he knows very well what he's doing. And you know, first I just want to know this cell phone expert and stuff. It's been brought because remember those confession are now admissible, right?
Yes.
And by then, regardless of that, it doesn't mean that whatever contained in the confession is true until the state proven beyond reasonable doubts. Am I right?
Yes.
Now, if you check this cell phone analyst who is now taking over to stay, the state, I'm not talking about the person who's a witness now, the state doing it deliberately. If you want to see that, look at that point where Baloyi was insisting to this guy to mention whose conduct is this of Mshololo. By doing that, they are trying to convince the judge that this web connection of the suspect that they were calling each other, it's true, which should put a stamp on those admissible confession. So they are trying, if I can make an example, Mr. Anonymous, if I want to invade in your house, I will knock in the door so that you focus in the door and put, and whilst you are coming on the door, I'm putting my hands into your window without you knowing they are inside. So that's what the Baloyi is doing. He's doing deliberately that he's putting that Mshololo is also in this web, the number is appearing, so that whatever manipulated information into that cell phone, you will get me later when I say manipulated information into that cell phone, into that report that comes as a paper. That thing should be not even presented as a document. It should be presented on the system, straight on the system, because it's an SAPS system. But once you draw that, you can do a manipulation when you are printing out but I will tell you how. Okay. Let me come to this point of, I'm going to leave that one, but I was trying to say, Baloyi is doing it deliberately to mention Mshololo. So he's trying to convince the judge that you must know that even so all the information that is got into that phone should be accepted by the court, that really this was happening. Okay, let's leave it there. Let's get to what I think it baffles you. And I will make you laugh because you said, I'm going to tend to differ from you, because you said Truecaller is not reliable. That thing, Mr. Anonymous, is reliable. Hence, you even said by yourself that the companies go to NCI. I'm not sure whether I'm mentioning it properly, that to change the numbers so that those numbers can be circulated, because Truecaller will pick the that spam. All right. So if it was not reliable, that it wouldn't, the company wouldn't have go to these service providers. Now here I'm coming. You see, the Truecaller, the main two reasons of the Truecaller, in fact, the main reason is one for the Truecaller. If you are being called by the number that you don't have it in your contact, so Truecaller can assist you to pick that person, because you see, sometimes you see a number and then you don't have an airtime. That number, you don't know who's this person because he is not in your contact. Then you start to panic. But Truecaller picks that number and gives you the name of that person. Am I right? But if Emily is calling me, irrespective Emily does have a Truecaller or not, but he's calling me and I've got Truecaller in my phone first. If Emily, I don't have her number as saved as Emily, then it will appear as a number. Then Truecaller will come in and view that number while it's calling and show that it's Emily. But if Emily, I saved her as Sweetheart, he's not going to say Emily. He's going to take Truecaller is going to pick the on my list, because Truecaller is helping the person who has got Truecaller. I don't know whether am I making sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you get me, Mr. Anonymous?
Yes.
Now, lastly, let me tell you something that these guys did. Emily mentioned that the number of one of the accused is more than 5 numbers. If you still remember, I think in Joburg, in everywhere it's happening. Those people that are being offered by these service providers, Telkom, Vodacom, MTN, selling SIM cards to Rika, those people leaked information. I say it because my sister was working there. And then if you still remember, it was Vodacom. If you buy Vodacom and recard the one of the SIM card, you get 1 gig free. So my sister gave me Vodacom, SIM card. So I read, if ever I've got the email, your number, Mr. Anonymous, I mean to say the ID number. I can Rika you 5 times, but it's limited 5 times. I can't pass five times. I can Rika you without you knowing and give you an address and everything, as long as I've got your ID. So I can Rika you. So once I Rika you, Truecaller is automatically picking everything that is been rigged, under your name. So that is why your ID number is important. So what these people, they had these accused numbers. So Mr. Gininda allegedly probably did that, took the numbers and everything of the ID numbers, and Rika the accused, and then that's why they've planted, because they are good in planting the evidence, whatever. So now I'm trying to say, if you don't know that, those people have got the code. Even those people that are working at Vodacom, because they wanted sales, they give us their relatives that Rika, if we Rika 10 people, at least I'm gonna get they call it a commission. So you Rika those people as long as you've got, without them knowing. I even Rika my mom without her knowing. So once you Rika that person is that system, then Truecaller will pick it up. So unfortunately, those people are not aware of that. But because of time, I could have tell you something else now with this thing of this thing that he says is not this PDF thing. And I would have told you something, but maybe I'll phone you tomorrow and about that. But I just want to give other callers.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was very informative. Thank you so much for calling.
I want
to
ask one question.
All right.
What happens if you call this number, the number that you guys are calling now? What do you see? Ntanzi, hello?
Good morning, guys. I just want to make a quick comment. I'm not going to ask you how you guys are doing because I can see you're well. I've heard people say that, the way a government treats its people is a reflection of what it thinks of them and how it feels about them.
Yeah.
The level of disrespect and disdain that is extended to the South African people who pay for this trial, it's disgusting. South Africans are paying for this, and these people are rubbing their dirty feet all over us. Every single day when they convene in that courtroom, we just expect them to just make a fool out of us. Yesterday I was left with questions more than answers. And the first question that I asked myself was, did Mr. KFC Sepela Habosele Coke not say that they found Ntanzi's mobile phone in his cell? Was a high, right? Nice. Now the goose is saying that it was confiscated during his arrest. Which one is it between the two? Because this information is contradictory. Okay. And then the second question that I had is that when did communication between the accused persons happen? Because according to the goose, they were all of them were communicating with each other, right? So when did this happen? Because maybe I missed something. Because based on past information, allegedly one of them was already in prison in December 2014, right? So, because if you call someone, the call log usually shows the time and duration of the call.
Yeah.
So my question is, when did all these people call each other? Unless he mentioned the times and the dates and I missed that. Maybe somebody can call in and help us there, And also another thing is that having someone's name on your contact list doesn't really mean anything. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that just because somebody's name is on your phone, you conspire to commit a crime. So if the goose came in there to prove that these guys knew each other and they were talking to each other, yes, they talk to each other, but then what does that mean for this particular case? Okay?
Yeah.
What does it mean? Yeah, because it doesn't tell me nothing as somebody sitting on the other side looking for justice, Yeah. And then also, the funny thing that I found was that there's only one message that seems to be visible, which is Ntanzi's expression of his love for his missus. I found that to be very funny. Where are all the other messages that, were being sent between the guys who were sending each other messages? How can it only be one message that is showing? Where are the rest of the messages? Yeah. Okay. And also another thing that I was asking about is, how can he post a gun on Facebook in 2021 when he was already in custody? You know, how is that possible? And, you know, the fact that he was in custody and his account seems to be active. I mean, anybody can hack into your Facebook account and post anything. Yeah. People create clone accounts as well. Yes. So that doesn't mean that he's the one who was posting in there. You know? And lastly, with the old man, I don't understand what was happening to him yesterday. He was just like so irate and aggressive and just all over the place. You know, this old man needs to calm down and just stop with the bias and this nasty behavior, because it's not acceptable, really. Yeah. We're tired of this.
Yeah.
You know?
We are.
But other than that, you know, guys, thank you so much for all the good work that you do. I'll give other people a chance to call in as well, and hopefully they'll be able to answer some of the questions that I had.
Thank
you.
Good night. Bye.
Bye. Well, we are here. Guys, like the video. Please like the video. Like the video. Please like the video. Like the video. Like the video. Ntanzi, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Great, and you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we definitely can hear you. The question is, can you hear us?
Hello?
We can hear you.
Okay. Now, I'm just going to touch on the true caller thing.
Yes.
Now, the true caller thing is accurate.
The true caller is accurate?
On.
You are saying the true caller is accurate?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it not something you can count on?
Yes, we are struggling.
We're struggling to hear you now.
It's almost like something's coming.
Yes, try now.
Okay.
Try.
Okay.
Can you hear me now? I don't know why I'm struggling.
Yes, we can hear you.
Now we can hear you. It's all clear.
Okay. No, I'm saying the true caller is not something that you can count on.
Yes.
Yes, it's not.
Yes.
Because the registered number for a big company sometimes on the true caller can show as spam. So
yes,
it's not something that you can count on. So it's inaccurate. So it's not something that the court can say, okay, we take this as something that we can work with. No, it's not. That's why the service providers, they're not using the true caller. The true caller is just an app as an extra service that you can download from on your phone, on your Play Store or something like that. It's not something that you can say, I'm counting on that. I don't even have that on my phone. Yeah.
No.
The true caller is same thing as what you call this? There's this thing on WhatsApp. The people, they have to see the status even if you block them, something like that. It's something similar.
Yeah.
According to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, we hear you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
It's not something that you can say, I'm confident.
Ntanzi, should I pass?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I can hear myself though.
Yes, I can still see you alive here, or it's me who is behind.
We are live, but I can hear myself too. And Emily.
So is it fine for me to go ahead, or should I drop?
Go ahead.
Reduce the volume and go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
My name is King Somapulani.
Yes.
First, I would like to apologize because I'm one of the people who had vouched for the old man as the one presiding the case. Because what I have seen with the old man, his frustration shows that maybe because his reputation to me was good.
Yeah.
So I see that he's frustrated because he's made to do things that he doesn't actually like doing. That's why I think sometimes he's looked so stressed.
Okay.
And on this issue of a true caller, these people are lying to us.
Yeah.
The true caller simply is linked to the RICA. It's a RICA that is being played.
Yeah.
And tell me, nowadays, during those days, most cards you could just get them for free. So how will they know that it's me who was calling when I heard it? This info was simple loaded, and these so-called experts. And I like this white guy because he was honest enough to say, this I don't know, I don't want to comment. It shows that he sees that, no, that's not it. But what I'm grateful for is that the defense team is now coming up. And I was happy by what Stivovo, that's Ramsipili, picked up on the issue of him saying the phone was on Ntanzi was confiscated the day he was arrested.
Yeah.
Yet the arresting officer said they searched him in one of the police. So now it shows what now the team is now awake. The defense team is now awake. It's picking up those mistakes. But the painful part, I don't see that. I don't see the judge putting much concentration on because he's now showing where the case is going.
Yeah.
And it's too heavy on him.
Yeah.
If I were him, honestly speaking, lastly, so that I can give others a chance,
yes,
I will resign from this case because honestly, his reputation was good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Retire
just
again.
excused himself from this. He saves himself from this embarrassment that is happening now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, they pull you out of retirement for this. I would have said
They
no.
don't pull people out for nothing, bro.
I would have said
They
no.
always pull people.
What? No.
But if you check the history of this judge, the cases, as the people are saying, hey, there's that thing of singing one tune. Get the facts, the gist of why other people were convicted. Ntanzi, hello.
Hi, Mr. Anonymous, and hi, Emily. How are you guys?
Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan.
It's been a long time.
Hi, it's been a while. Listen, to be brief, I think all of us are so frustrated with the copy and paste and concoction. You know, when someone is trying to sell you a lie and you can still pinch yourself and I'm alive, but someone is like, these guys are lying. Like, while I'm still alive and burying me while I'm still alive. It feels like that.
Yes.
So yeah, I think my frustration also goes with the true caller and the PDF, because those are systems that I think a lot of us use.
Yes.
I don't have true caller, but I think some latest phones, they do have their own system of true caller. Like what the previous caller said, like you can go to Play Store and download. I remember back in the days that you could do that. But my current phones, they can tell me, but it's all mostly with businesses. Is that if a business calls you, it will show the name of the business and then ask you, was this that business? And then you can say yes or no to save it on your phone. That's according to my phone, how that would happen. On the PDF, it's a lie when they say that you can't edit a PDF. That's a blatant lie. If you have as you said, the full version of PDF, it can give you the option to make your document or create your document into Word, and then you just go back and forth where you actually put the information on your stuff.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, we're listening.
Oh, okay. You guys are there.
Yes.
Oh, so that's one thing that I know that was a blatant lie about the PDF. And it's so ironic that when they're about to lie about a system, they would always confirm it first that you can't do, it cannot be tampered with.
Yes.
They first put that disclaimer. And for me, like, that's a red flag. If you're disclaiming about something, if something is legit and you can't do anything, you don't have to say, oh, you can't do this. you can say that at the end, that we're using a certain system that allows the information not to be tampered with. But when you say PDF, and most of us use PDFs, which can be tampered with, and I think I agree with the previous caller that we are being fed information that was typed in. Because if you listen to host today, you'd actually realize that when it came to questions that were tricky for him, he couldn't answer because everything that he did was copying information into a spreadsheet. But when he was asked about the same spreadsheet, he couldn't answer because his mind was one-dimensional of, I put in the information, I'm going to present it, forgetting that the details of explaining what he did. And he couldn't do that. And I think a good question that Ngomezulu might have asked was about the paper, that the spreadsheet that he had. And he said, no, because to save paper, come on, court. You're not here to save paper. You're here to prove if people are guilty or not. Saving paper and all of that, for me, didn't suffice. And it goes also with him not bringing the spreadsheet of the thing that he's presenting. Because if you account yesterday, the defense was asking for a spreadsheet. I think Mr. Ngomezulu also was asking for the spreadsheet that is being displayed, because apparently it was not the same numbering. And today the judge and Ngomezulu were a bit passing each other in different directions in terms of the paper that Ngomezulu has in front of him doesn't have numbers. But Mr. House on his system could say this is number 3 of 1 or something like that.
Yes.
Where you can give the number, which is disingenuous as well. Because if you have a number, why didn't you just tell the people in the beginning of the of your presentation that this would be an actual 3, and then it's 1, 2 until 5.
Yeah.
Basically like that. And there was also that confusion where the judge also, I think, let's just leave it right now. But that's my 2 cents.
Thank you.
So nice speaking with you guys again. All the best. Have a wonderful evening.
Yeah,
thank you for calling and remembering us.
Sorry, man. I moved house, so that's why.
Yeah, all the best, man.
Okay. Thank you. All the best, you guys too.
Some people are saying that it was like a child.
Guys, let's like the video again. Like the video one more time. Like the video one more time. Guys, I'm bowing out. Thank you very much to everyone who's here. Gosnati, MV03, Tabiso, Daung, Son, Dokumed, Malaji, Net, Ntuli Tools was here. Ntanzi, our moderator, is here. Lungs M. Paul was also here.
Hi,
There's
Paul.
A lot of people. That's a lot of people. Senzo Meyiwa obvious was here. And
Senzo Meyiwa.
Colin Dlovu.
Hi
was
guys.
Here. And thank you guys for being with us and for waiting for Innocentia. Was here. There's like a lot of Chuku Anna was here. Ruzan was here. Alex Lolo was here. There's let me see.
Lady C.
Justice was here. Justice Mkwashu was here.
Justice Hi.
Lady C was here. Yes. Who else? Who else am I missing?
I see Malachi.
Missing.
Malachi, how are you?
Malachi, I called Malachi.
You called Malachi.
Yes, Malachi was here. I saw, and by the way, welcome to you, to a member. I saw a member. I don't know whether you are returning. Owen Coman was here. Who's a member? Let's see. Thank you, Owen. You are our CEO. Zinzi Mfundisi was here. Mazita was here. And then, that's basically what I could call Zotwa was here. Tim Cool was here. If I missed you, it's not on purpose. Rulani Maluleka was here.
Hi, Rulani.
Yes. That's basically it from my side, guys. Thank you very much. And please continue liking the video. Enjoy until today. It's Friday. It's Thursday. Yeah. Hey. Yay, I wanted to finish already. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for being with us. Sambesiolala. Abanye basazo driver. Abanye basazo biza ma-Uber. Nice Levy, Sibiya, yes. Good night, Michelle Lee. Yes, you were here. Yeah, we love you. Mthokozisi Langa also was here. Definitely cannot forget Mthokozisi Langa. Lebohang. Thank you very much for your compliment. And blessings. Blessing Mabena. We see you.
Mabena. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Did I miss anyone that I'm not supposed to miss? All love, guys. And CN Poker night, CN Poker. That's thank you for just Gladys Lebo. Thank you, Hle. Thank you, Raul. Thank you. Thank you, Thandeka Zondi.
Thank you.
Hlanjiwe Sibanda. Good night. Good night, Hlanjiwe. Yeah, that's basically it. I think we have done. Dumsan Trevor Baloi. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Colin. Thank you, guys. Please like the video, share the video. Let's do it like we are the morning gang. Thank you.